Hi, I'm Scott Forcino, an associate broker with eXp Realty and the founder of PlugIntro, where agents and their contacts and lenders meet who they should know. I have with us today Julia Bell from Movement Mortgage, and we're going to learn more about Julia and her company and the market and the trends and what's going on in the entire lending industry. Good morning, Julia.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy I am, because you're from my favorite place, Florida. And we just endured a bad winter here. So I want to get back down to you and tell me where you are and tell me about your company and tell me about your experience, please.
Sure, absolutely. So we are located in Central Florida. 6 years ago, almost 7, I was approached by Movement Mortgage to start a branch and grow the Orlando market. I'm still here and we have grown and we're doing a fabulous job at getting a lot more clients into home ownership. And that's the name of the game.
Interesting. Now, why Movement?
I loved the fact that they had reverse engineered the mortgage process. So rather than taking a client's documentation and putting it on a processor's desk, Movement Mortgage said, what a novel idea to have the underwriter get a file first. So we send our files to underwriting and they get a bonus if they underwrite the file within 6 hours and provide conditional loan commitment at that point. Then it goes to the processor and they have 7 days to process the file, and then he or she will get their bonus. Wow. And then closers have roughly 48 hours to get the package out. So technically from start to finish, in a perfect world, we could close a loan in 9 days. Now, appraisers don't always let that happen, especially on VA loans, because they like to call the shots. However, we can definitely close quickly and efficiently. And that was probably one of the main reasons for Movement Mortgage, but also it's a Christian-based company, and that's very important to me as well.
That's fantastic. I got to tell you, I thought I knew Movement. I didn't realize that there were bonuses. I didn't realize the short time frames. That really is a great motivator.
Absolutely, it is.
Wow. You know, I've seen, I mean, I'm embarrassed to tell you that it could take 30 to 45 days here.
I've heard.
It really is. And all we hear about is buyers dragging their feet and didn't get you their last tax return. And so how do you get the buyers kind of on board with that idea that they're that attracted to it so they comply?
So what we do is when we pre-approve a client, we have already collected all of their documentation. In a seller's market and multiple offer situations, which most of the country is experiencing right now, it's imperative that the lenders collect everything up front so that we have a complete file. And so when my team and I contact the listing agent, we are intentionally calling them to let them know we have a buyer that's ready to go. All we're waiting on is your contract. And they love it. And it's really helping our clients and our realtors get people into homes.
That's impressive. I mean, that's got to be the most attractive feature of working with Movement. And how do you convey that to agents? I mean, that sounds great, but I mean, you and I are talking. How do agents locally know that that your company is the one to use?
Reputation. I've always been a big believer of hiring quality, not quantity. And Movement is very intentional on who we hire to be a loan originator on our teams. And we want the best of the best so that our reputation will always supersede someone else's pre-approval letter that gets on a listing agent's desk.
That's impressive. So let's, I mean, I'm going to ask a silly question. Weekends, it's available too. I know that realtors work obviously on weekends.
I make sure that I have somebody on staff 7 days a week. It's very important to me that if an agent is at an open house and somebody wants to put in an offer, we're going to make sure that we're available. I do want to preface that by saying if somebody knows that they're taking out a client on the weekend, we would sure love to get them approved on Friday. We do also have someone on our team that contacts all of our pre-approved buyers every single Friday just to make sure that they don't need an updated pre-approval letter for the weekend. But we are always available, Scott.
Well, we're in this such, as you said, a competitive market with over asking and multiple offers. Could you tell me the approach or the procedure with dealing with a listing agent to let them know that your client is a superior candidate and their offer should be accepted?
Sure. So I personally call the listing agents on every transaction before our agents put in the offer. So when my buyer's agent comes to me, we pre-approve the buyer, we collect their documents, and I personally call, introduce myself, introduce the team, provide them our cell phone, make sure that they have all of our email information. And then somebody on my team after my call will send a follow-up email so that everybody's in the loop.
Well, I'll tell you, it's my experience that does not happen. Around here, really lenders don't maybe call listing agents, and it's left to the agent to convey, and then they really don't stand out.
Yeah. And if the loan officers would take that one little step, they'd probably have a lot more happy realtors and happy customers because offers would be accepted. In addition to what we do up front, we also give weekly updates to the listing agent, which doesn't oftentimes happen either. And they love it. I will tell you, one of the biggest resources that I find on our team is once we've done a great job on a transaction, the listing agent wants to come back to us. And now they're referring their buyers to us.
Sure. Well, that level of comfort, not to mention maybe the sellers do too.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. We don't oftentimes get to talk to the seller.
No, but I mean, at least they know that the financing was provided by your firm, and then
Yeah.
Listen, the happiest person at the closing is the seller right now, especially in this day and age, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's nice. So, I mean, it sounds like that a lot of this success has to do with technology, and I've heard that you're a leader in technology.
We absolutely are. We have an app that loan officers can actually go to the app and update pre-approval letters, and we can send it while sitting at the beach, right from our lovely little phones.
Wow.
So that's a
what
huge
people
benefit.
want.
Oh, yeah.
That's what people want. I remember my first BlackBerry got me unchained from the office desk. And if I was out playing golf and people say, "Where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm outside." You hear the noise. It's the streets. It's the cars. And it was really just birds. So that's where we are now. And everyone expects that. I mean, I know that millennials and younger, the newer buyers are in their 30s. And I think that any other approach they would reject. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah. I think the millennials would rather just go to our app and complete a loan application, upload their documents. I'm a little bit old school. I like phone calls. I like meeting people in person, attending closings when I can. But the millennials, they'd rather just do everything over the phone, or, on their Apple devices or Androids.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that genie is, what do we say? The genie is out of the bottle. That's never coming back.
Right.
Anything else.
Right.
Well,
I think people want instant gratification. Everybody wants instant gratification. So we have technologies in place to make sure that they get that instant gratification. And we're the top of the line with marketing with our agents as well. We have lots of opportunity to market with them. And also now we have PlugIntro as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But I mean, I think that the lending in the real estate industry was way behind, because now after COVID and during COVID, this Carvana thing where now people are getting a car to their home, and the home office thing, and Amazon is same day. So it's hard to have one industry and one element of the industry lending that is way behind. It creates such friction. Well, I'll let you know that I formed PlugIntro because I had two real problems, which I think everyone in business does. And that is, I did not have enough people to meet, and I did not have enough value outside of our professional services. And we're really happy to offer this to lenders, because lenders now have a way of giving as much to realtors as they were given in the past. And it's a cloud-based, on-demand solution for the problem that lenders had, which they want to speak to realtors, they want to give value. And now for the first time, someone like yourself or people in the industry can provide a place and a way for agents to promote their business. And that was sorely lacking.
I agree.
It's a fun way to stay in touch with your referral partners. And if you're on Facebook, which you are, and you are using a smartphone, which of course you are, it's a nice opportunity to be able to reach as many people as you can and give them a chance to promote their business and prosper. Now you're looked at very, very favorably. And I think Gary Vaynerchuk said, if you're not the digital mayor of your town, what are you doing? In this case, the mayor of your transaction.
Sure. I agree. And I'm a big connector. So it's important to me to be able to connect like-minded people so that we can all grow small businesses and our community as a whole.
Sure. And unfortunately, if you don't do that, you're at this point in time left alone, because we're not in this together. Plus, a real estate transaction has how many people in each side? 4 or 5?
A lot of hands in the pot.
A lot of hands. So you have 8 or 10 people. Shouldn't they be communicating as well as they can with a common goal?
Absolutely. And they should be connecting more people so that their database can grow and their clients base can grow.
Right. That's important. I was in other organizations where they talked about a power team, and different industries have different people in them. It seems like real estate has the greatest number of people that, like a basketball team, you got to play with 5 players, right? You can't do it alone. And even if someone's a great player, what if you're surrounded by others that are not that good?
They're not so great.
Right. So, that's what I do. I involve in my platform lenders and title companies and blue collar, white collar people that need to promote themselves. So tell me about Movement with regards to their connection to agents. How deep is that connection and how does it work?
We have relationships with multiple different companies. We have marketing opportunities that we partner with different communities within the country. So we have Movement Mortgage individuals, loan officers in almost every state that support Keller Williams offices, EXP offices, Berkshire Hathaway, Charles Rutenberg's. I mean, our goal by 2024 is to have 1 out of 10 people have a mortgage with Movement Mortgage. And the only way that we are going to be able to accomplish that goal is to make sure that we are really saturating the market and connecting people with more people. And that's why, Scott, what you have going on really, really excites me, is to be able to connect the people that I love and value in the industry and grow their network.
I think that's important. I think that givers gain, and through the power of loose connections, people can meet anyone. I mean, I met you. I'm thankful I did. We have people in contact, I should say people in what's the word?
Community. We have
community, but we have people in common. We have people in common. I lost my head. We have people in common. And the law of reciprocity says that if you promote an agent or agents and they have the opportunity to meet who they should know, they may refer you. And no one has to. There's no rules. If you give enough and you don't keep score, it'll be a positive reciprocal relation. The fact is, keeping score sometimes is necessary if you're buying steak dinners or you're really putting yourself out here. In PlugIntro and with Movement as a partner, you're giving away a digital position. You're giving someone a place in a Facebook group. It's not a lot. It's really easy, and it can lead to any number of benefits by just putting common, like-minded people in the same opportunity zone. And that's what we're proud of.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I would love to know that, love others to know that you are promoting yourself and agents throughout your selection and your area in this PlugIntro local business development platform. You will have monthly interviews to learn more about the current trends in the market, how transactions are being handled, your relationships with your connections. And this is available to your clients and your contacts and agent referral partners. So we will have our meetings online, which will let others let us know who's best for them to meet, how we feature you, and how they can benefit themselves. So get ready for you and your agents to have these monthly meetings, have these twice a month interviews, and we're really proud to have Movement and you, of course, aboard.
Well, thank you so much, Scott. I'm excited. I look forward to connecting more people and making sure that Movement Mortgage's ultimate goal of 1 out of 10 people with a Movement mortgage. I want us to accomplish that, and we can do it together.
I know you will. I know you will, because you have your normal superior service and now a level of connectivity that really people are just learning to experience.
I'm very excited. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
We'll do. Stay here a sec. Thanks.